Welcome to Lovington Wildcat Basketball on Z94 KZOR, the Z94 KZOR app, the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, and the Lovington tab at HobbsAmerica.com. Lovington Wildcat Basketball is brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services, Eunice Pump and Supply, the Lovington Schools, Now Pharmacy, the Lake County Electric Cooperative, Bob's Thriftway, and Norley Hospital. It is 4-4-8 District Championship night from the Bulldog Pit here in Artesia. Alongside Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle, Tiff Stuber in studio engineering and producing. So it all comes down to one night to claim the district crown, Dawn Morgan.
Yeah, these Lovington Wildcats had their work cut out for them this week. They met the challenge Tuesday night. They met the challenge last night. They've earned the right to be here and then some. And they have beaten Artesia in this season already. Close game, but they know they can beat them. Now they just have to do the work again tonight. And man, Artesia has had all week to just rest, twiddle their thumbs, and think about this game. Lovington has had to play two tough games last night, very, very tough, and a three-point win over Goddard to be here tonight. And now these Wildcats have got to imagine fresh legs if they don't have them, and just run on the excitement, the adrenaline of last night's win, and hopefully sail through this game. But they definitely have a big mountain to climb, or a high wall to get over tonight with these Artesia Bulldogs.
Well, they certainly do. Both of these teams 4-2 on the district season, and it was a three-way tie actually for the district crown. On the tiebreakers, Artesia went in as the number one seed, but the district will come down to this. The winner of this game will have the higher seed when they put the seedings out on Sunday. Both of these teams, I think, will be safe in the playoffs.
Right.
But the question is, who wins tonight and who gets to be the top seed out of the district? Yeah, the last time these two teams met, it was a 2-point victory, a nail-biter for the Cardiac Cats, 57-55. Back on the 11th, so a couple of weeks ago. Not a complete week off for the Bulldogs. They did have the district playoff game against Goddard on Monday, 76-73. In that game, Artesia got the win to be the number one seed in the district tournament, but a lot on the line tonight for these Lovington Wildcats. Of course, last night, an absolute thriller, and one of those that you just go, ooh, boy. And if it wasn't for Tayton Hilliard last night, we're not here tonight. 34-point performance for Tayton last night, and really that was the big difference in the game. Lovington only won 46-43 in that one, but Tayton blowing up for 34 points. The Cats just came out uncharacteristically cold, only 13 points in the entire first half, and they cannot have that happen here tonight in Artesia.
No, they really can't. They can't count on Artesia having a slump quarter or two. They've got to know that they've got to fire on all pistons from the very beginning, be really sharp, and they're just going to have to play, be ready to play full out, whole time. Hello, sir. Very nice.
As the officials, trouble is in the house. We will not mention anything. But
Okay.
I think that was their way of telling us, don't TJ, keep your mouth shut about the officiating tonight.
Yeah,
we'll just say a member of the Walmart family is on the crew and leave it at that. So
yes, and he was not the one. I think it's the head ref tonight who came by. He shook my hand and shook our hand.
Yes.
He did that the other evening when the girls were here and I was here by myself. So I thought that was very nice.
Yeah, 2 trips to Artesia in 1 week for you, Dawn.
Hey, listen.
Do we need to get you an apartment? I mean, I know your dad lives here, but
exactly.
we need to get the one next door to him for you.
Rent the room, or at least a little corner. Maybe they have a broom closet right here in the Bulldog Pit they'll let me have for cheap occasionally when I am through town. And then we sandwiched a trip to Roswell in between.
We did.
Yeah.
Great crowd on hand already here tonight for this district championship game. The Cats come in at 20-7 on the season. Of course, they are undefeated in district tournament play. For Artesia, 15-11 on the year. Both teams 4-2 in district, as we mentioned. But Artesia's wins, a lot of them have come during district. So important tonight. If Lovington wants to get a home game for next Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, they have to win tonight.
Yeah.
Just because of the way the seedings are. Artesia's down at number 12. Right now, Lovington at 8. So if they were to take them that way, Lovington would have a home game. Artesia would not. But if Artesia wins tonight, they cannot seed Lovington higher than Artesia. And so, as much as I hate to say it, I quit trying to second-guess the NMAA years ago. So, Dusty, I'm actually giving you props on that one. Dusty and the crew at the NMAA. I really do think that it would probably wind up being Artesia 8, Lovington 9.
And they would play each other in the first round.
Or it could be a 9-10 situation, and they wouldn't play each other in the first round. But
could be.
Just the way things tend to work, I would tend to look at it and think that way. The Cats could go as high as maybe 4 or 5. I really think probably realistically, looking at the way some of the other teams that may be a little lower than in the rankings than Lovington right now, Gallup comes immediately to mind. They apparently had the freshman team playing because of COVID for the first half of the season. But they have absolutely gone on fire lately and stormed through their district. So I think they're going to have a hard time, putting them in at 14-15, when in reality they're probably a, somewhere 3, 4, 5, 6 seed. And Lovington, I think if they win tonight, could be anywhere between that 4 seed. That would be best case scenario. And
4 to 8, 4 to 9,
4 to 7, 4 to 8.
Right.
And
they should be top 8 if they won this.
If they win this, I think for sure they will be top 8.
And win the tournament, they would be top 8. If they don't, they're going to be close to it. But anywhere from 9 down to 14, you just never know how
but just
things
because
are
the
going to
way
shake out.
just because of the way they have to take the seedings with the district champ, whoever won the district, being higher than any other team in the district, that would tend to put Lovington a little lower.
And of course, ranked from 9th down to 16th, those teams all are going to be on the road to play,
in the first round.
That's right, in that first game, on that first game. Yeah, they'll get a first game, guaranteed in the playoffs. It's win or go home, at that point on, from that point on. But yeah, it would definitely, if they're seated lower than 8, they're definitely on the road. And so it will be interesting. All that supposition, it all comes down to, first we got to play the game tonight, and Lovington needs to try to win this game. It's really going to be best. But there are some scenarios, and some would argue, okay, if they don't win and they go in as number 2, they're for sure in the playoffs. Sure. But maybe they actually get a better situation for themselves in terms of playing a lower seed on the road.
Play
right.
Play a 5, 6, 7 on the road instead of I think you want the game back in the friendly confines next Saturday night.
I think you want to try to control your own destiny to the best degree you can, as always. And when you leave it up, everything after tonight and tomorrow night is up to the NMAA and the seeding committee, and anything can happen then. There have been all kinds of decisions in the past, and some have been agreed with, some not, and you just never know. You don't know. And we'll just have to wait and see at that point.
But you got to take care of the business at hand tonight, which is the team in orange and white. It comes in with the Artesia Bulldogs. Of course, Lovington under head coach Casey Pack, 20-7 on the year. Artesia under head coach Michael Mondragon at 15-11 on the year. These teams have had some absolute battles. It was a 1-point game here about 3 weeks ago. Then 2 weeks ago, it was that 2-point thriller at Har Place.
Right.
And actually, that would have been a 1-point game, too. There was a 3-point shot by Artesia that went up, but right after the buzzer. And so that would have actually won the game for Artesia, but they didn't get the shot off in time. So it's been, these two teams have just been absolutely mauling one another in their 2 meetings this season.
Yeah, that last shot was about half a second too late. I mean, it wasn't far off, but enough that, I don't think anybody really questioned it at the end.
No, nobody did. Yeah.
That's right. But it was, a full second earlier, and it had gone in, and it would have been pandemonium the other way.
It would have been. So notice Lovington brought a big crowd tonight as we look across the way here at the Bulldog Pit. An awful lot of blue and white in the stands. Of course, here in Artesia, they're always going to bring a big crowd out. So if you couldn't be with us tonight, hey, we're glad to have you listening wherever you are on Z94 KZOR and watching on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Of course, we would invite you to subscribe to that Lovington Sports YouTube channel if you haven't already. Remember, when we get to 1,000 subscribers, and we're inching ever closer to it, one lucky subscriber gets $100 cash, money. It'll come out of my pocket. So win TJ's money. Hey, I will pay it gladly to get us to that 1,000 subscribers, and every 1,000 after that, I'll put up more money for that. So tell your family and friends to subscribe, maybe win some free money. Of course, we get to do these games for free, unlike a lot of places that charge to watch the streams or listen to the streams. We do this for free, thanks to great folks like our sponsors, Norley Hospital, Bob's Thriftway, Lee County Electric Cooperative, Now Pharmacy, Lovington Schools, Eunice Pump and Supply, and Stone Oilfield Services. Of course, this is the Stone Oilfield Services pregame show from here at the Bulldog Pit with a lot on the line tonight. Basically, the district championship is on the line because we had a three-way tie for the regular season.
Right.
So the winner tonight will be the top seed and have the automatic playoff bid.
Yep. So Lovington, again, these two teams know each other well, having met, in the regular season. They each know what it's like to beat the other and to lose to the other. And Lovington knows, and this is not a typical Artesia team in that they don't have about 5 or 6 trees out there.
Just 2 or 3.
Just 2 or 3 instead of 5 or 6. And Lovington has had to struggle against size all season long, and sometimes they do have a little bit of problem penetrating, and that's when they turn to their perimeter game. And if their three-point shooting is a little cold, then that presents some trouble. They were down against Goddard last night. At one point, 15 points.
15
points down, and we're down for most of 2 quarters. They were down to the most, about 2.5 quarters. So they came back. We dubbed them the comeback Cats. Last night, and they've been able to do that, but you don't want to count on that. You don't want to leave it, to the miraculous comeback, because if there's anything that goes wrong with that, if your shooters don't catch fire, if your team doesn't spark, if you don't find your offense in time, if you leave that too late, then Artesia will not open the door for you.
No, they won't, and we've said it for years, and, I think it is appropriate. This venue here at the Bulldog Pit, it's a great venue. It's probably one of the best, if not the best, and I hate to say that because I love our gyms, all 5 of them in Lee County.
Sure.
But this is probably the best or one of the best high school venues in the state of New Mexico, without a doubt. It's worth 10 points. I mean, there is no question about it. I've joked about it for years, but really this venue, because it is more open on the ends and your sight lines are different, and the way things echo in here, it's a very different feel
from any other gym, from any other home gym. That's right, and most other gyms that these teams that Lovington will travel and play in. So but luckily they have been here many times before, and this team has a lot of players. With 7 seniors on this team, they have experience playing in this gym, winning in this gym, losing in this gym, but they know what it's like, and hopefully that experience is going to serve them well tonight, because they're going to have to keep from getting rattled. They're going to have to keep their composure. In fact, they're going to have to be the ones to try to rattle and ruffle Artesia, rattle them, force some turnovers, play Lovington's game, and try to come out of here.
And take the orange crowd out of it if you can, and bring the blue and white crowd into
it.
Now, you mentioned, they have experience winning in this gym. Lovington is the defending district tournament champions. There was no district tournament last year. But the last time we had a district tournament 2 years ago was in this building, and Lovington won that game. It was another nail-biter last down to the second. Casey Pack, I think, literally did cartwheels over here. He was so excited after the game because that clinched Lovington a playoff berth 2 years ago. So
and it really knocked some other teams.
It knocked Portales and Goddard
out, and so they've had some grudges, against Lovington, since that time as well. So spirit should be high. It should be a noisy gym, a loud game tonight, lots of spirit, and I can't wait. This is one of those, you want to see both teams play well. You want to see both these teams leave it all out on the court. You want to see good sportsmanship. You don't want it to devolve. You want it to be a good, clean game, but you want these guys to play their hearts out, and we want the win.
Yeah, the win would be good, as they have put the starters up on the big boards here in Artesia. For your Cats, it's the normal starting 5. Adam Aguilera, Tate Hilliard, Isaac Henson, Julian Arroyo, and Joseph Perez. Starters tonight for Artesia will be Nick Sanchez, Cameron Thorpe, Jake Barrera, Riley Jarrett, and Japeth Zamaran. So the Cats are out on the court. The Bulldogs will be coming out after they do their whole Los Angeles Lakers intro thing. So we will take a quick timeout, and bring it back with the starting lineups and the tip-off. This has been your Stone Oilfield Services Wildcat pregame show. Back for the start of the 4-4A District Tournament title game right after this on Z94 KZOR Hobbs Lovington. Welcome back to Lovington Wildcat Basketball on Z94 KZOR and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Alongside Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. Megan Otto in studio, engineering and producing. All the marbles on the line tonight. The District 4-4A title will be decided here at the Bulldog Pit. For your Wildcats, they are in the road blues with the white letters and numbers. 20-7 on the year. For the home team, Artesia Bulldogs, they are 15-11 on the year. They are in the home whites with the orange letters and numbers as the teams being introduced out onto the court. Again, your starters tonight for the Lovington Wildcats will be number 3, Adam Aguilera, number 4, Tayton Hilliard, number 5, Isaac Henson, number 20, Julian Arroyo, and number 24, Joseph Perez. As the Artesia, we want to be the LA Lakers highlight promo sizzle reel begins. Their starters tonight will be number 3, Nick Sanchez, number 4, Cameron Thorpe, number 24, Jake Barrera, number 42, Riley Jarrett, and number 44, Japeth Zamaron. Look for Jarrett and Zamaron kind of running the old Twin Towers high-low post deal.
That's right.
For Coach Mondragon, but you got to be careful because Nick Sanchez, their point guard, he can light you up from outside, but if you give him a lane, he'll cut to the basket too.
He will. He's I think one of the little best shooting point guards and or small power forward that New Mexico has. He's a little spark plug, but you know, Lovington has got their own spark plug too. I tell you what, when these 5 are on the court, they can make a lot of magic happen. And of course, they are, except for Julian Arroyo, they are seniors. And it's going to be sad to see this group of athletes graduate, having led the football team to greatness over the last several seasons, having performed very well, with basketball. They're just a good group of athletes and fun to watch. They've been a lot of fun. They've given us some
frustrating at times.
That's right. They've given us some heart-stopping games, especially this season. But they are fun to watch, and so it's always good to see. And they've lost some heartbreakers. I tell you what, their season should have about 3 or 4 more games on the win side than the loss side, because they have lost some by just 1 and 2 and 3 points, and it's been heartbreakers. But tonight it all comes down to who wants it more, who's going to be able to put a consistent product out there on the court with great execution from beginning to end, with the fewest mistakes, probably the fewest turnovers, going to work the boards, going to get your inside and your outside shooting going as hot as you can and keep it that way. And that team's going to walk away with the win tonight. You get a little luck on your side, that's great. You're always going to have these two teams can bring out some attention in each other, and that can always happen. And you get the fans in here going at each other. You've got full complement of cheerleaders. You've got the pep band. It's an event tonight.
Why didn't the Stray Cats come? I would have loved to have had dueling pep bands.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Come on, Robert. Let's make that happen next year.
It is interesting. Artesia only has 3 seniors on their roster. So, it's going to be a totally different situation coming up next season, as Lovington is going to be losing a lot of players and Artesia will not. And as such, we have noticed the difference in they are a more vulnerable Artesia team this season than they have been, in many years past. But having said that, they're going to show up, and you cannot count on them. You can't count on weakness to exploit. You've got to be your own strength. And Lovington's got to bring their game tonight and really play their best.
And that game is getting ready to start as the players hug it up and shake it up. It'll be Tayton Hilliard taking the jump against Riley Jarrett, as the white and the blue, the Cats and the Dogs, all the marbles. The District 4 4A title is tonight. It's showtime here on Z94 KZOR. So here we go as the opening tip is up, and it'll be controlled by the Bulldogs. Sanchez gets it off the tip in the backcourt. He'll bark out the instructions. He'll cross the timeline. Artesia moving from the left to the right. Takes it to the right wing, picks up the dribble, goes to the high post. Now they'll have to toss it around to Barrera. Bounce pass top of the arc to Thorpe. Thorpe to Jarrett, now to Zamaron. Zamaron gets it back out to Sanchez. On him very tight is Arroyo. Lovington in a little bit of man zone as Perez comes out to guard. Working his way around as Sanchez pulls up from the right block, partially blocked, and into the hands of Isaac Henson. So Artesia burns 30 seconds off the clock and comes up empty. Lovington basketball. Aguilera goes to the right base, tosses to Perez, uses up his dribble in the right block. To Hilliard, to Arroyo. Arroyo, a little shake and bake, goes to the left base, puts up the 10-footer. It is no good, and the rebound made by Jarrett. No cat in the neighborhood. Jarrett will leave it off near side for Sanchez, who brings it into the front court. Picks up the dribble in the right block. Now back out to Jarrett. Jarrett at the free throw line, tosses over and knocked out of bounds. And nope, not knocked out of bounds, just thrown away. Turnover number 1 for Artesia. I thought Tayton might have gotten a hand on that, but I'm going to believe the ref when he said he didn't, especially since it goes for us.
So just a bad pass, and we'll have it.
First turnover, no score, 1 minute and 10 seconds into this one. Aguilera almost loses it under hard pressure from Barrera in the right corner. Adam going to be, nope, they're going to say the double dribble, and the Cats will turn it back over. Yeah, it looked like he kind of picked it up and hesitated, and they caught him on that one. So each team with a turnover, neither team with a bucket yet. 6:44 to go here in the first.
And they've each taken a shot at it and missed.
From the Bulldog pit in Artesia. That'll be Thorpe and the right wing. Tayton gets to him, a little bump, no call to Zamaron. Now near side is driving in is Sanchez. He gets in, tosses out to Barrera. Left corner for 3. That one is off the mark. And the rebound brought down by Zamaron. They'll reset with Thorpe. Right corner for 3, and that one's good. Thorpe will drain the tray ball, and Artesia strikes first. They lead 3-0. Hilliard gets it off to Aguilera in front of the Artesia bench on the far side. Takes it to the free throw line, now to Arroyo. Guarding him very tight as Sanchez, is now the Cats will work it from the right to the left. Driving in is Hilliard, and a foul going to be called. I like that he attacked, as I think they're going to get Zamaron Yep, they will. It'll be on Zamaron. Contact to the head, his first personal. First team foul. I like that you attack the trees inside.
Sure.
You can get them in foul trouble. That definitely helps your rebounding cause. So inbounding, it'll be Aguilera. Gets it to Tatum at the free throw line. Now to Perez, top of the arc. Throw it inside to Henson. Henson will just have to push it out, though, as Sanchez was on him incredibly tight. Arroyo will just leave it off center court for Tatum. Tatum drives in, goes left base, puts up a little hook, and gets the roll off the tip. Tatum Hilliard puts Lovington on the board 2-0. Or rather, with 2, they trail 3-2. 5.5 remaining first as the 3 ball on the way, and that one is off the mark, but the rebound will be made by Barrera. Barrera back to Sanchez, picks up the dribble, back to Morero, right corner, his 3 ball is off the mark. Hilliard will have his second rebound of the ball game. Tatum turns on the Jets to the front court, but then gets his pocket picked by Sanchez. Second turnover, Sanchez weaves through traffic, goes into the right lane and is partially blocked by Aguilera, and into the hands of Henson, his second board of the ball game. To a breaking Julian Arroyo, and he is going to be fouled. Cameron Thorpe hustled back and bumped into him. His first personal, second team foul on Artesia.
Like to have the basket on that, but we will take the foul.
So
he was in the act of shooting.
So that'll put Julian at the line to shoot 2. It was 2 free throws from Arroyo last night that sealed the deal against Goddard. Over in Roswell at the ground zero, or whatever they call it, the launch pad, ground zero. And the first one will get the shooter's roll over the front of the iron. Arroyo is in the books, and we are tied at 3.
Just a quick note, the Artesia shooting so far 1 of 6 from the floor. Lovington's only taken 3 shots at the basket. They've made 1, not counting free throw.
Second shot on the way for Julian, and that one is in and out, and the rebound will be made by Diego Wesson, who just checked into the ball game. As Wesson will look over to Coach Mondragon. He barks out the signals. Toss it to Jarrett, top of the arc. Perez on him, very tight. Throws the elbows, no call, and he'll get it off to Zamaron. Under intense pressure, and his pocket will be picked off the tip. Isaac Henson will drive, take it coast to coast, and misses the layup, but he's fouled. Isaac will head to the line for 2.
Again, we need the baskets. We need the baskets.
And I like that they are attacking. If you attack, you can get the other team in foul trouble. They hadn't put up who that was on yet. It could have been on a couple. Let me see. Yeah, they still hadn't put that
They're going to put it on.
They're going to call it on Barrera. That'll be his first personal. Third team foul, and Isaac Henson heads to the line. All tied at 3, 4:41 remaining here in the first quarter. District Tournament Championship tonight. Oh, they're going to say not in the act of shooting. They changed that to a floor foul. So it'll be Aguilera to inbound it. They'll toss it in to Perez. Joseph underhand to Isaac. Thinks about the 3. Almost travels to Arroyo. The little step over from the left wing. No good. And that'll be Zamaron has his second rebound. So the 3 ball's not fallen yet for Lovington. Into the front court, and picking up the dribble is going to be Wesson. Wesson will come near side to Barrera. He works against Aguilera. A little spin move. Tries the ankle breaker. Adam stays with him. To the right side, and Adam will just steal it away from him. Aguilera will keep it, and the Cats will reset on offense. Third turnover for the Bulldogs. As Tatum Hilliard controls it between the rings, Coach Casey Pack barks out the instructions. Tatum will take it from the right to the left, hands it off to Arroyo. Now around to Perez. Perez, one dribble, gives it to Isaac. Back to Arroyo. Top of the arc, and he's going to back up and reset. Directs traffic to Henson, almost loses the basketball. Zamaron is there with him. They'll reset to Aguilera. Little head fake, takes it to the free throw line, then underneath to the right base, and the point blank layup missed by Perez, but Aguilera with the rebound. Lovington will reset. All tied at 3 with 3.5 remaining in the first quarter. Lovington controlling the pace, being patient. As Hilliard will drive in, the little hook shot will fall with the left hand. 4 points for Tatum Hilliard, and Lovington goes up 5-3. Wesson runs the point in the front court, under pressure from Arroyo. Backs up looking for some help. He'll set the pick and roll with Jarrett, and another steal. It's coming back are the Cats as Hilliard gets it. Drives to the lane, goes to the left, glass and up and in. Tatum Hilliard with 6 points, and Coach Michael Mondragon is barking at the officials. He's turning red, and they have teed up Coach Michael Mondragon. And Mondragon's going to keep arguing, Coach, and they will toss you out of here. He called the timeout. but I'm pretty sure they teed him up too. Let's check at the table. It'll be a timeout on Mondragon for sure.
Although he did indicate a 30.
He hadn't indicated anything yet.
Yeah, he did. He touched the shoulder with a
did
curl.
he? Okay.
Yeah, he said
So they
he was
did
letting
not,
the
I
scorekeeper.
thought they had teed him up, so it will not be a technical. 7-3, Lovington in the lead with 3 minutes to go. We'll just keep it right here. Mondragon was out and he was turning red.
And I'm not sure, was he barking at the ref or his players?
He was barking at the ref. He was livid.
What, did he want a foul on the steals?
I think he wanted a timeout. I saw one of the refs indicate that, we couldn't hear you.
Right.
You've got to get out and show us.
Okay.
So it is extremely loud in here. Lovington has probably brought about 400 or 500 people, and Artesia's probably got about at least, probably 700. So there's 1,200 people in this gym, and it is loud.
I mean, it's not packed. There are seats here, but it is extremely full.
So it'll be Artesia basketball, 7-3, Lovington in the lead. And that'll be Sanchez. He hands it off to Barrera from the right elbow. That shot is going to be off the mark, and the ball will go out of bounds. Last touched, I think, by Deans.
Should be Artesia.
It should be Lovington ball because
right,
Deans
but it
touched it last.
It should be Artesia last touch is what I meant to say.
And it will be. The officials talked about it, and I think it was 3-2 in favor of Lovington. So it'll be Lovington basketball as Hilliard to the front court. A 4-point lead for the Cats, 2.5 minutes to go. Perez top of the arc, tosses over to Hilliard. Three-pointer from the right wing, and that one is off the mark. And the rebound made by Sanchez, but he steps out of bounds. Fifth turnover for the Bulldogs. Give it back to the Cats on the right base.
And that was a case again. Twice now the Cats have taken shots.
Bounce it into Hilliard. He'll take it up, tries the reverse layup off the bottom of the iron and into the hands of Thorpe. Thorpe pushes it forward to Deans, and he will lay it up and in for Artesia on the fast break. 7-5. Now Lovington going to try and give it back. Hilliard tosses to Henson. NBA 3, right wing for 3. That one is off the mark, and the rebound is brought down by Malone for Artesia. To Sanchez, takes it to the free throw line and tosses to the left base, and up and in for Riley Jarrett. And we are tied at 7. 2 minutes remaining here in the first. Back down come the Cats with Tayton. Leaves it off for Isaac. He'll drive in on the left base and off the left glass, up and in. Now 9-7. The teams trade buckets. Sanchez to Malone. Into the right corner, back out to Sanchez to the free throw line, picks up the dribble to Thorpe, left wing for 3. That one is off the mark. Battles for the rebound and finally going to be controlled by Henson, his third. Then the ball will be knocked away by Artesia underneath, and they're going to say off of Lovington.
Ooh.
Nope, it'll be Lovington ball. I think it'll be Lovington ball. I don't see anybody over there to inbound it.
Both teams picking up the pace noticeably here in the last couple of minutes.
And yep, it will be Artesia ball, so that'll be the third Lovington turnover. Thorpe will inbound it to Jarrett as Lovington picks up the pressure to Thorpe, and he almost loses the ball as Corrales comes in, but it'll go out of bounds. Lucky that Javier didn't get a whistle there for a foul. 9-7, Cats in the lead.
I think they could probably see that he lost his balance, fell forward, and there was no harm. The ball went out of bounds anyway.
Sanchez underneath, and a whistle sounds. There'll be a floor foul called. It'll be a hold on Lovington, and it is on the floor as indicated. And it'll be on Corrales. That'll be Javier's first personal. First team foul on the Cats. So Artesia basketball from the left base. Bounce it into Jarrett, and he'll just put it high off the rim, and it is good. Jarrett's first points of the ball game. We're tied at 9 again. 1 minute remaining. I say we're tied again, this time at 9. Tayton to the top of the arc. Starts his run in. Tries the little baby hook, and nobody underneath as Jarrett will get the rebound.
Gotta really finish. It's tough against those taller guys, but you got to get that hook up there high enough to finish.
Sanchez uses up the dribble. Will toss it to Malone. Aguilera on Malone, very tight. Malone picks up the dribble, needs some help, gets it to Sanchez near center court. Corrales on him, takes it into the paint underneath to Deans, and he'll miss the shot from point blank, and off the glass high is Joseph Perez. 30 seconds remaining. Aguilera to the front court. NBA 3, right wing. Bang!
Oh.
Adam Aguilera from NBA distance downtown puts the Cats back ahead 12-9. Sanchez to the front court for the Dogs. Hands it to Malone, then sets the screen. Malone to the elbow, then to Thorpe. Thinks about the three. Brings it from the left to the right. Bounces to a cutting
gonna get
Sanchez,
fouled.
and he gets fouled. He'll go to the line for two.
You could just see that happening. The minute he cranked up to launch himself in the air, you knew a cat was going to come up and bump him.
And the cat is Henson. That'll be his first personal, second team foul. So Sanchez heads to the line for two. Lovington up by 3, though, 12-9. Sanchez's first is up, and it is good. 12-10 with 12 seconds remaining as Zadrick Betancourt will check into the ball game. Japheth Zamorod will come back in for the Dogs. Henson, Corrales, Hilliard, Betancourt on the floor for the Cats. Second one is up, and it is good for Sanchez. 12-11, 10 seconds to go as a whistle sounds.
What?
I think they're going to ask for some. I think maybe we got somebody on the court.
Okay.
Yeah, they're saying that something came out on the court, so a halt in play. Artesia going to drop back in defense. Going to play a little man pressure here as Corrales will inbound it. Gets it into Tayton. As Hilliard will bring it up on the near side. Goes from the left to the right, takes it in front of the Artesia bench. He'll work against Thorpe. Gets the little pick and roll from Betancourt, and they're going to call Betancourt for the block. So an offensive foul away from the ball, and that'll be a turnover on the Cats. Fourth turnover for Lovington. First personal on Zadrick. Third team foul on the Cats.
Just 3 seconds left on the clock in this first quarter. It's 12-11 Cats with a 1-point lead.
Deans to inbound it for the Bulldogs. He'll get it into Sanchez. Works against Corrales at the buzzer. Puts one up. And more than half-court shot. Banks in. Oh, my goodness. Nick Sanchez drains it from behind the half-court stripe. So we go to the second. Artesia 14, Lovington 12. Don't miss a minute on Z94 KZOR. A past half-court buzzer beater for Nick Sanchez puts Artesia up 14-12 as we start the second quarter back here at the Bulldog Pit. With Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. Megan Otto in studio engineering and producing. Corrales will inbound from right in front of us. Gets it into Hilliard. The Cats trail by 2. Underway in the second quarter to Henson, right corner for 3. Bang! Isaac Henson drains the 3 ball, and the Cats continue the back and forth with the Dogs. They're up 15-14. Sanchez runs into Arroyo and just going to back it out. Keeps dribbling, bounces it to Jarrett at the right elbow. Jarrett looking for some help, gets it back to Sanchez, takes it to the left side, a long two-pointer is good. 7 points for Nick Sanchez. 16-15, Artesia. The back and forth continues. Hilliard to the front court, will hand it off to Arroyo. Julian takes it left to right, gives it off to Henson, thinks about the 3 ball. Now over to Tayton for a 3-point shot. That one's off the back of the iron. Nobody to rebound, and Jarrett has his 3rd. 10th rebound as a team for Artesia. Sanchez, no look pass. Thorpe, left corner for 3. That one is off the mark. Right for the rebound, and it'll be Perez, and he bounces it off the head of Barrera. And, yep, he bounced it off his head before it went out. Barrera came up barking. I don't blame him. That was, you just try and save it any way you can, but bouncing it off the head's a little extreme. Into the front court come the Wildcats, trailing 16-15. Tayton drives left base, goes off the right glass, no good. And another rebound by Jarrett. They fell early, but he's had a little trouble as of late. Sanchez to the front court, works against Arroyo, near side in front of the announce booth. Now they'll get it to Zamaron at the left elbow at the free throw line. He'll start in, picks up the dribble, gives it off to Jarrett, who drives through, misses the layup, and it'll be Thorpe there with the rebound and the putback. 5 points for Thorpe, a 3-point lead for Artesia. Back down come the Cats. Very loud here tonight in Artesia. To Henson, to Hilliard, working the left side. Now out to Perez, to Arroyo. Perez sets a little screen. Arroyo takes it to the right baseline, puts up the 15-footer, good. Julian Arroyo with 3 points. 18-17, and timeout taken by Coach Casey Pack. 5:51 remaining in the first half. Artesia 18, Lovington 17. We're back in 30 on KZOR. And welcome back, Lovington Wildcat basketball here on Z94 KZOR and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. It's 18-17, Artesia over the Cats, 4-4-8 district title game. The winner is the champ. The loser's still in the playoffs, but you'd a lot rather be the champ. 18-17, Artesia in the lead, throwing it in. Hilliard steals it away, and then they're going to call a foul on Deans as he comes over the top. His first personal, 4th team foul, 6th turnover for Artesia.
In the first quarter, Artesia 5 of 12 shooting from the floor. Lovington 4 of 11 shooting from the floor. Since the second quarter began, they're both 2 of 3.
Hilliard to Aguilera, gets a screen from Henson to Perez, back out to Tayton. Tayton works against Thorpe and is going to move folks around as he gets Isaac back out. Isaac still got the mouth guard in after he had a little run in last night. So protecting that lip. Tayton will start his drive in, goes to the lane. The little fall away from 10 won't fall, and another rebound for Jarrett, his 5th. Throw the fastball down. Deans has trouble with it, corrals it on the right base, puts up the shot, no good. Tayton will get the rebound and then is hammered from behind. And they are going to call the push on Thorpe. That'll be his second personal, 5th team foul on the Bulldogs. 5 minutes remaining here in the first half, 18-17. Cats trail, but it has been an entertaining back and forth affair.
It was all it was cracked up to be when we talked about it before the game began.
Nothing like cats and dogs going at it. Tayton picks up the dribble. The push pass near side to Arroyo. Back out to Henson between the rings to Hilliard in front of the Artesia bench, far side. Throw it cross to Isaac. Takes it to the left base, but then gets run out by Deans. They'll cycle it back around now with Aguilera. Dangerous bounce pass to Arroyo at the free throw line. Now to Tayton. Steps back beyond the arc. Three-pointer. Too hard, and the ball loose on the floor. And it'll be jump ball, and back to Artesia. Jarrett got the rebound, but a nice job by Perez to time up quickly.
Perez really in there fighting. He used his ups. Lovington, again, got to bring all their firepower to this one. And they're kind of on a little bit of a drought here. Tayton Hilliard.
Sanchez gives it off to Wesson, who just checked back into the ball game from the free throw line. Wesson's pop-up shot is good. Diego Wesson's first points of the ball game, back up to a 3-point Artesia lead. Tayton Hilliard will bring it into the offensive zone and literally just kind of push it over to Aguilera. Now to Arroyo. Back to Adam. Adam takes it in, then dumps it off for Tayton. Now to Arroyo. Three-pointer on the way is in and out, and it'll be Perez with his second board.
Great rebound.
Perez to Isaac. Little spin move to get away from pressure from Sanchez. Back to Tayton, who says, hey, set the little pick right here for me. And then says, yeah, okay, let's move it around this way. Clock moves, 3:50 to go. To Isaac, back out top of the arc, three-pointer. That one is off the mark, and that is the 7th rebound for Jarrett. And you've got to find a way to control him underneath. To Barrera, deep right corner, bounces inside to Deans. Back to Barrera, 3-ball right corner, and that one's good. Barrera with the open look made them pay. 23-17, 6-point lead now. Biggest of the ball game for Artesia. Aguilera spin move, works against Barrera to Isaac. Toss it to Hilliard in the left corner. Tayton They're just going to let him have a little space. He'll leave it off for Perez on the left base. Now out to Arroyo, to Tayton. Thinks about the 3 ball, but Deans gets to him quickly. Back out to Arroyo. They'll reset with 3 minutes remaining. To Aguilera, working against Barrera. The high pass to Arroyo, cross court, left side. Now to the right side. Aguilera, 3 ball on the way, and that one is off the glass and into the hands of Deans, his first rebound.
They're just having a little trouble gauging that distance on the threes.
Wesson, the little push shot from the left block, is up and in. Wesson with 4 points. So now an 8-point lead, and just like that, Artesia has their biggest lead of the ball game, and they work on extending it. And the ball going to be knocked away by Wesson. Coming in, kind of a lazy pass there.
Right.
From Aguilera to Perez.
Lovington really can't afford to get down anymore. They've got to chip back away at this pretty right now.
We talked about it. This gym's worth 10 points for Artesia. Leave it off for Tayton, then they'll get it to the paint. Aguilera now out to Arroyo. As they are working Arroyo hard. Now to Tayton and to the left base with Perez. Toss it back out to Aguilera, now to Arroyo. He'll move it in, and they'll just keep moving around. Left wing for 3, and that one is too hard by Aguilera, and it'll be Barrera with his second board. Throw it forward to a breaking Jarrett, lay it up and in. The fast break off the rebound makes it a 10-point Artesia lead.
Lovington having all kinds of trouble gauging that, depth of that basket on that end. I think that sight line is just killing them tonight.
Aguilera bounces it to the right base with Perez. Now to Arroyo. Arroyo takes it to the right elbow. His 15-footer won't fall, and it'll be Deans off the tip for the rebound. Minute 40 to go, first half, a 10-point Artesia lead. Bump on Sanchez, no call. Arroyo on him tight. Sanchez gets it back, drives in. Picks up the dribble, and a whistle going to sound. A foul going to be called, a hook on Lovington. Just the 5th team foul on the Cats. Couple of Cats in the neighborhood. They're going to call the block on Perez, his first personal, 4th team foul on the Cats. So it'll stay Bulldog basketball. From the right baseline, it'll be Wesson to inbound it. As Wesson looks for somebody to break free, has to get somebody and does right at the 5. To Deans, to Sanchez, NBA 3 right side. That one is off the mark, and it'll be Arroyo with the rebound. Julian keeps it himself, takes it up the far sideline. And he'll settle things down. 1:18 remaining here in the first. Aguilera with it. Lovington trails by 10, 27-17. Back to Adam. Bounce pass to the right base, top of the arc to Henson, to Aguilera. Back to Perez from the right base, and that one is off the mark. Tayton comes from nowhere, gets the rebound. Then to Arroyo, his 3-pointer no good. Perez will get the rebound, gets bumped, loses the basketball, and then a whistle going to sound. Question is it on Lovington or is it on Artesia? They're going to call it on Wesson. His first personal 16 foul on the Bulldogs. 58 seconds to go. It'll stay Lovington basketball. 27-17. Artesia in the lead. Henson to Hilliard.
Artesia Lovington a little gun shy now since their perimeter shooting has gone cold.
Henson to Aguilera to Arroyo. Left wing 3-ball. Bang!
I broke the curse.
No problems there for Julian Arroyo as he will drain the tray. Gets Lovington off the schneid. 27-20. Bulldogs in the lead. Sanchez to the front court with 30 seconds remaining in the first half. Switching off, Arroyo on Sanchez from 14 and gets the roll. Sanchez with 9 points, makes it 29-20. So Tayton will drive in, goes to the left base, puts it down, puts up the shot. They say the travel before he made it.
Ooh.
5th turnover for the Wildcats, their first turnover of the quarter, but comes at a bad time, so now Artesia will get to take the last shot. 29-20, Bulldogs in the lead over the Wildcats with 8 seconds remaining. Sanchez to the front court, a screen set by Zamaron, and then the steal and the feed forward to Arroyo. He'll go in, and at the buzzer, count the bucket! The fast break, Arroyo took the extra half second and put it down. So 2 buzzer beaters in this one for Artesia, one for Lovington. It's 29-22 Artesia at the half. We will take a 3-minute timeout and come back with your Bob Swiftway halftime report. You're listening to Lovington Wildcat Basketball on Z94 KZOR. Halftime here at the Bulldog Pit, and Artesia leading our Lovington Wildcats 29-22. With Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. Megan Otto in studio engineering and producing. This is your Bob Thriftway halftime report from the good folks at Bob Thriftway, your local hometown grocery store right there in Lovington. For all of your grocery needs, the good folks at Bob's Thriftway have got you taken care of. Bob's Thriftway and the Jamison family, longtime proud supporters of Lovington and Lovington Wildcat Athletics. 29-22, Artesia in the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers. We'll start with the Bulldogs. 9 points for Nick Sanchez. He leads the way. He leads all scorers in the ball game. 5 points for Cameron Deans, 4 points Diego Wesson, 4 points Riley Jarrett, and 3 points for Jake Ferrero. Riley Jarrett leads all rebounders. He had 7 rebounds in that first half. Artesia went 2 of 2 from the free throw line in the first half. Had 18 rebounds total as a team, 6 turnovers, get 14 in the first, 15 in the second. That's how they get to their 29. Turning the page for your Lovington Wildcats, Julian Arroyo, the leading scorer right now. He's got 8 points in the book, 6 points for Tate Hilliard, 5 for Isaac Henson, and 3 for Adam Aguilera. Leading rebounder is Tatum. He had 4 rebounds in the first half, 12 rebounds as a team for Lovington. They go 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 6 turnovers for Lovington as well in the first half. 12 points in the first, 10 in the second. That's how they get to their 22 on the board, Dawn Morgan.
And as far as their shooting goes, in the first quarter, Artesia shot 5 of 12. In the second quarter, they shot 10 of 8. Well, they shot 5 of 6 for a total of 10 of 18 in the first half, a 55% shooting percentage from the floor, not counting free throws. For Lovington, they shot 4 of 11 in the first quarter. They shot 4 of 10 in the second quarter for 8 of 21 shooting in the first half, and that's a 38-point percentage from the floor. Shades of last night, actually, a little bit against Goddard. They're shooting a little better tonight than they did against Goddard in that first half last night. So they were able to come out and really turn things around in that second half last night and really start to, they had an almost perfect shooting percentage in their third quarter last night. They came out and really turned on the jets and fired. And luckily, Tate Hilliard had firepower throughout the game consistently last night. So tonight, they went on a big scoring drought where they had they missed 6 shots in a row, and I think they might have had 1 offensive rebound out of that.
So very tough to do, and the rebounds, not as far off as we saw last night, 18-12 in favor of Artesia in that first half. But a lot of those have been rebounds that have given Artesia second looks at the basket, or Lovington only one look at the basket. One and done,
and then back down the floor. And Artesia, sometimes they've managed to go ahead and force a turnover and get back down, but sometimes Artesia has made them pay by scoring off of those rebounds.
Right, and Artesia took advantage of the one Lovington turnover, and they got a 3-pointer off of it in that second quarter.
Right.
And then they went on a little scoring spurt as Lovington went on a scoring drought. And so all of a sudden it was a 10-point lead for Artesia before Lovington kind of took a deep breath and got it back in. So you've got to have a consistent second half. You can't go on one of these 4.5, 5-minute scoring droughts. Hopefully the other end of the floor will be a little more favorable to them.
Yeah, they just really, it looked like they've had a real problem gauging this basket, especially in three-point range from all over, from the right corner, left corner, from this left wing. They've taken a lot of three-point shots that have not gone in that first half. They will switch baskets, and let's hope that they have a little better gauge on that on the other end. But you can blame it on a lot of things, but for whatever reason, they've taken a lot of shots that have missed, and I think it made them a little gun shy. Then you saw them hang on to the ball instead of taking some perimeter shots. You saw them hang on, working for position to try to work somebody inside. Well, that worked better at some points in the first half, but they also missed some point-blank layups and just weren't able to finish those shots, and again did not get second looks at the basket in a lot of those areas. So they've got some more work to do. They're capable of it. They've proven it. They're comeback cats, and they can certainly do that. They started the comeback right before the half. They've only got a 7-point deficit. When they faced Goddard last night in that second, they came back in that third quarter. They were down by more than that, and so we'll see what they've got in their arsenal when they come out and get this third quarter started.
29-22 is the halftime score. This has been your Bob Thriftway halftime report from the good folks folks at Bob's Thriftway, your local hometown grocery store. And a big thanks to the Jamesons and the whole crew at Bob's, great supporters of Lovington and Lovington Wildcat Athletics. Back in 90 seconds for the start of the second half. Wildcat basketball is on Z94 KZOR and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back to Lovington Wildcat basketball right here on Z94 KZOR. I'm TJ Miracle alongside Dawn Morgan. Megan Otto in studio engineering and producing, and we'll have to talk about some of the insides of the game here in just a minute. It'll be Lovington basketball as we start the second half. Artesia up 29-22.
Lovington got outscored 15-10 in that second quarter. They need to turn that around right here.
Hilliard brings it into the front court off the inbound from Aguilera. Adam with it. Starting five on the floor for your Cats. Aguilera uses up the dribble, gives it to Henson to Tate in the left corner. Takes it to the left base, goes through, pushes out to Aguilera on the right side. He'll take it right base. The 10-foot push shot won't fall, and it'll be Jarrett with another rebound. Little pressure on for the Wildcats as it'll be Sanchez to the front court. He'll take it around, slides to a stop and puts up the 9-footer, and it's good. Sanchez with 11. And the Bulldogs strike first here in the third. 31-22, just underway, third quarter, Artesia in the lead. To Perez, top of the arc. Toss it over to Tatum, deep right corner for three, and that one is going to be off the mark. And Sanchez has the rebound, his second, as Tatum goes down hard. I think he hit the orange paint there and slipped, got his feet out from under him. Now it'll be Sanchez to the right block, turnaround jumper, and he'll get that one to go. Even with a hand in his face, the kid is having a good night. You got to give credit where credit is due. So now time for Tate and Hilliard and the rest of the Cats to start the run.
They've got to answer.
Hilliard takes it to the paint, drives it off the left glass and up and in, and there's your answer. 8 points for Tate and Hilliard, 33-24. 9-point lead for the Bulldogs. Barrera to Zamaron, over to Thorpe, working the left corner. Thorpe bounce pass near center court, and Sanchez is going to get fouled. Arroyo comes in, and he'll pick up his first personal, first team foul on Lovington.
I like the idea, though. He really was trying to pick the pocket there, and Lovington's got to force some turnovers and make points off of that to catch up.
So the inbound will come in from Thorpe into the backcourt with Sanchez. 6:23 remaining in the third quarter, a 9-point lead for Artesia. The defense chance starts to Jarrett, to Sanchez, left corner for three. It's good. You got to keep somebody on that kid. He's got 7 points here in the third quarter. To Tatum, he'll drive it into the right base, put up a wild shot. He's fouled. He'll go to the line for two. Got to keep attacking. The big boys inside. They're going to call that one on Thorpe. That'll be his third personal, first team foul. So Hilliard back to the line for two. So he'll head to the line for two. Trying to cut into the Artesia lead. First one up for Hilliard, and it'll roll home. 9 points now for Tatum. 36-25. Back to a 9-point lead for the Bulldogs. Or an 11-point lead, sorry. trying to get it down to 10. I'll learn how to do math at some point this season, I promise. So Hilliard made the first, eyes the second, and gets the roll.
Nice. Good shooting under pressure.
10 points now for Tate and Hilliard, 36-26. Lovington trails. District 4-4A tournament championship game. Sanchez to the front court, gets a screen from Jarrett, takes it into the left lane, is going to be blocked out, and that'll be the turnover. Into the hands of Tate and Hilliard. Tate running, throws the no-look pass. Aguilera can't hang on to it. Tatum just go to the hoop, young man, and you get at least the foul. So the teams trade turnovers, and Lovington misses a golden opportunity. Back into the hands of the Bulldogs. Little hesitation move, then to Barrera from Sanchez. Works in front of his bench, takes it to the right base, and is going to be blocked by Aguilera and goes out of bounds. It'll be Artesia basketball. So
at least it was a clean block, though.
They're going to check Javier Corrales in. With Sanchez out there, I'm not sure that maybe I like him putting Corrales in. He's definitely good on defense. I might put Mason Enriquez to stay on him.
And Mason, he's just really quick. And
to Zamaron from the top of the arc for three, and the rebound by Hilliard, his fifth, and Tatum going to be fouled as he is hit hard on the rebound by Wesson. His second personal, second team foul.
And Tatum hit the floor hard.
He did, and the Lovington faithful want the
flagrant on it,
the intentional and flagrant. And Coach Mondragon is barking at the officials. We actually had a conversation with one of the officials, not the one that's on staff, with Noel Mark about what had happened in the first quarter, and he volunteered it. We didn't ask.
Right.
Let's just say he and another official disagreed over what Mondragon was saying. So it'll be Corrales to the front court. Little crossovers. He works against Sanchez. Gives it off to Hilliard. A 10-point out taken by Coach Casey Pack. He's asking if they want a full or a 30. It will be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. 5:10 to go in the third. 36-26, Artesia in the lead, Dawn.
Yeah, and both teams coming out just a little bit tentative in terms of the scoring in this third quarter. Artesia, making 2 of 2 shots, and Lovington 1 of 2 that they've taken since the start of the third quarter. And Lovington, they're moving in the right direction. They need to chip away and continue to close the lead on this.
Well, it's actually stretched out. It's 7-4 right now, Artesia in this third quarter. So went from 29-22.
When they came out right at first in that third quarter, it looked like they were going to put pressure on, and they forced some steals. Problem is they haven't capitalized on that. They haven't made any scoring happen as a result of the quickness and the turnovers.
Aguilera with a big smile on his face. I think he knows something the rest of us don't. To Corrales. Get it back to Aguilera from Tatum, and then they pop up in the air, and there's Henson. Nice job. Great hustle play by Isaac to get it top of the arc. To Corrales as he cycles it from the right to the left. Get it back out to Adam. To Tatum, drives through the lane, pushes in, and is going to be blocked and into the hands of Aguilera. Give it back to Tatum. Right corner for 3. That one is off the mark. Fight for the rebound, scramble, and Aguilera comes up with it. The fall away from 10, no good, and the rebound by Wesson.
3 looks at the basket, no score.
So Sanchez in front of the scorer's table, brings it into the offensive zone for the Bulldogs. Tosses to Wesson, almost loses it. It bounces off the head. Left wing for 3. That one is in and out. It'll be Isaac with the rebound. Henson's fourth. Henson to Hilliard across the timeline, center court. Lovington trails by 10 with 4:18 remaining. To Corrales, right wing for 3. In and out. Are you kidding me? And the ninth rebound by Jarrett.
So tough to watch. These cats have got to be gassed, though, with the games that they've played this
And now a timeout
week.
by Coach Michael Mondragon. His second 30. We'll keep it right here. 4:07 remaining in the third. Still 36-26 Artesia. With Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. Megan Otto in studio engineering and producing. Big thanks to our friends at Norley Hospital, Bob Swiftway, the Lee County Electric Cooperative, Now Pharmacy, Lovington Schools, Eunice Pump and Supply, and Stone Oilfield Services, making Wildcat basketball possible on Z94 KZOR and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Please do subscribe to that Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Tell your friends and family to subscribe too. We get to 1,000 subscribers. I'll give away $100 in cash to one random subscriber, and that's my money, so win TJ's money. Subscribe to the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. So out of the Artesia timeout, it'll be Bulldog basketball. As one of the Artesia assistants barking at one of the officials. Oh, the inbound into the backcourt from Sanchez to Wesson. He'll bring it up under a little pressure from Corrales. We hit the halfway mark of the third quarter, a 10-point Artesia lead. Throw it and throw it away and into the hands of Tayton Hilliard. Tayton keeps it himself. Little jump stop, goes to the left glass and no good. And the rebound by Jarrett. His 10th of the ball game. Missed way too many of those shots tonight.
Oh, Lovington just can't buy a basket tonight.
Sanchez off the little pick set up by Jarrett, and they swing it around to Barrera. He pulls it to the deep left corner. Aguilera on him tight. Now Perez will pick him up as he goes to the left base, and the 12-foot fadeaway is good. Barrera with 5 points. Back into the hands of the Wildcats, trailing by 12, 38-26. 3:18 to go. Bounce pass on the base. Then inside to Isaac, and he'll go up, and it rolls off. Zamaron with the 3rd rebound.
Wow.
We cannot buy a bucket right now.
It feels like that basket is cursed.
It's like the south basket at the pit. 3-pointer off the mark, and the rebound by Perez to Tayton near side. Yeah, that's the south bucket at the regular pit in Albuquerque. That's the north bucket here at the Bulldog pit. Tayton with it. He gets a screen from Perez. Leaves it off for Corrales. Cycles to the free throw line. 15-footer off the glass. Corrales banks it home. Back to a 10-point lead for Artesia. 38-28. Hilliard, Henson, Aguilera, Corrales, and Perez on the floor for your Wildcats. Sanchez, Barrera, Zamaron, Jarrett, and Wesson on the floor for the Bulldogs. Corrales on Wesson as he'll take it to the right lane. Little spin move, tosses it out. Going to be tipped around and somehow saved by Barrera on the left block.
Good hustle by Lovington, though.
Now to Zamaron, throws the fastball inside on the right base to Jarrett, and he'll lay it home. He's got 6 points. 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Lovington has had that kind of down quarter we talked about they could not have. They trail by 12. To Corrales, works against Sanchez, takes it to the left base, puts up the shot, no good. Perez with the rebound, and the putback won't fall, and then it'll be Jarrett with his 11th rebound. Throw it forward to a breaking Zamaron, has to save it to Wesson. He'll take it to the left block, jump shot from there, won't fall, and the rebound into the hands of Javier Corrales. As Joey Villalobos waits to check in for the Cats. Aguilera right corner for 3. That one is off the mark and goes over the backboard and out of bounds over to Artesia. So Villalobos will check in for Corrales. Lovington needs to find a spark. They trail by 12, 40-28. Peyton Deans comes back in for the Bulldogs, and he'll get it to Sanchez. They're just going to take his time with $1:22 remaining in the third and a 12-point lead. Sanchez in front of his own bench, uses up the dribble to Deans at the free throw line. Backs in against Henson, loses the basketball, Claxon again. Deep left corner, and Henson pops it away, steals it away. Night turnover. Henson going to wait for the offense to set up. To Tayton, get it over to Aguilera, toss it over to Henson. To Hilliard, to Adam, right wing, 3-ball, bang! Aguilera's second 3 of the ball game gets it back to a 9-point lead for Artesia.
They need to build some momentum after all on this now.
Sanchez with the push off, then gets the screen from Jarrett. Toss it out to Deans with 43 seconds to go. Back to Jarrett, over to Barrera. Works against Aguilera, gets the screen from Jarrett once again. Trying to set the pick and roll inside. They'll push it over to Deans in the left corner. Deans to Barrera, top of the arc for 3 is good. Barrera's second tray of the ball game. Everything Lovington does right now, Artesia is answering. With 20 seconds in the third, Tayton, and a foul going to be called before the shot. And they're going to call the push foul on Barrera. That's his second personal, just the third team foul on Artesia. Malone, who just checked in, will check out. Coming back in will be Julian Arroyo for the Cats. Villalobos stays in the ball game. Got the shooters in with 17 seconds remaining. Lovington basketball. Third quarter, Lovington trails by 12. Arroyo to inbound it right of his own bucket. Gonna be pressure on to be sure. Arroyo tosses it in high to Tayton, to Perez. Now back to Hilliard, just gonna stop and hold and wait. Taking a quick look at him is Wesson. Dayton will take it into the right base. The little fall away from 10, no good. And the 12th rebound by Jarrett. And Sanchez will put one up at the buzzer and goes into the locker room. So we head to the fourth. Artesia 43, Lovington 31. The fourth quarter of the district tournament title game. Back in 60 seconds on Z94, KZOR Hobbs Lovington. Back here at the Bulldog Pit, the Lovington Wildcats have got their work cut out for them. We are 8 minutes away from crowning a district champion. Artesia 43, Lovington 31 with Dawn Morgan. I'm TJ Merrick, a Little B Bulldog basketball as we start this fourth quarter. So Lovington has got to find the offense and find it quickly. So Thorpe will inbound it to Sanchez, and he will control it for Artesia. Into the front court to Japeth, and we'll have a foul called. And, an offensive foul going to be called, or did he step on the sideline? He stepped on the sideline, so that'll be turnover number 10 for Artesia. Now is time for Lovington to capitalize, Dawn Morgan.
They really need to catch fire and just play like their hair is on fire this quarter.
They're going to have to. Arroyo to Henson to Hilliard. Gets the screen, but is pushed out as Thorpe blows through it. To Aguilera, deep left corner. That one is off the mark, and another rebound from Jarrett, his 13th. Jarrett to Sanchez, push it forward to Barrera. Somehow has trouble handling it. His ball is loose on the court, and the whistle sounds, and they're going to call jump ball. It'll be Lovington basketball. 11th turnover for Artesia. So they forced the turnovers, Dawn, but they have not capitalized.
Nope, they have. They shot Lovington shot 4 of 14 in the third quarter. Artesia shot 7 of 9.
Hard to win games when you are that cold. So Arroyo with Henson and Hilliard. Hilliard to Henson. Work it around to Julian. Then get the screen. Julian on the three ball. That one is off the mark from the tip. Perez with it, and a little push shot, no good. The rebound by Zamaron. 6th rebound for Perez, but the Cats can't capitalize. 1 minute gone here in the fourth. Push it over to Thorpe, left wing for 3, and that one is good. He was wide open. He's got 8. Artesia starting to stretch it out here with 6:50 remaining in the ball game. A 15-point Bulldog lead. Not what we expected.
Not at all.
Tatum to the free throw line. Spin move to Perez. Now to Henson. Over to Aguilera. Aguilera to the free throw line. Bounce pass to Tatum in the right corner. Tatum drives right base. Tosses out. Henson for 3. Left corner. Bang! Isaac Henson has his second tray of the ball game. He's got 8, and timeout going to be taken by Coach Mondragon. So 6:25 remaining in the ball game. It's Artesia 46, Lovington 34. Lovington takes the timeout. We're back in 30 and make that 60 on KZOR. the inbound. It'll be Artesia basketball out of the Lovington timeout. Lovington going to put the pressure on. Barrera gets it into the front court, throws it across to Thorpe. Thorpe is going to be blocked by Henson, but gets the ball back. Henson now to Sanchez for three, and it's good from the left corner. Nick Sanchez with 19 points in the ball game. Back down come the Cats. They're going to have to answer, and a bad pass and tipped by Artesia. Sanchez got the fingertips on it. It'll stay Lovington basketball. So Aguilera to inbound from just to our right with under 6 to go, and the inbound almost stolen away. Tate will control it. Hilliard works against Thorpe. They're giving him room to Aguilera. Gets a screen from Perez to Henson. Toss it off to Hilliard. Hilliard back to Henson. Drives in on the left base. Takes it off the glass and won't fall. Rebound by Barrera on the right side. Artesia cleaning the glass, not giving Lovington the chances. 49-34, Sanchez through traffic, loses the basketball. It'll go into the hands of Jarrett. He's fouled. He'll go to the line for the and one. So count the bucket and the smack called on Aguilera. His first personal, second team foul. And Jarrett at the line for the and one. Jarrett's shot is up. That one going to be made by Zamaron, his fifth. Nothing going the Cats' way here this afternoon, or this evening, I should say. To Barrera, works around to the right base, tosses up and over, and it'll go out of bounds and goes behind the backboard. So I don't get to give Isaac the rebound, or do I? And they're going to say it stays Artesia basketball. Yep, they're going to say Isaac stepped on the baseline.
But he got it. He got the rebound, but then he
stepped out.
Right.
So they'll get it into Jarrett. He throws it to Thorpe, and the big A in the paint. He's going to be blocked, and the foul going to be called on Isaac. His second personal, third team foul. And so Artesia going to get to shoot some more free throws. So Thorpe will head to the line for free throws. First opportunity at the line Artesia's had since the first quarter.
It is 5:16 left to play in the game. 51-34 is your score. Artesia leading now 52.
First one for Thorpe is good, as they've stretched this up to an 18-point lead. As Arroyo checks out, Villalobos checks in. So now Thorpe at the line, puts up the second, and that one is good. Thorpe now with 10 points in the ball game. Lovington pushes to Aguilera, thinks about the three, gets it back out to Tatum, top of the arc, NBA three, and that one is off the mark. And guess who? Another rebound for Jarrett, his 14th. Push it forward to Barrera. Throw it long cross court to Thorpe, left corner, his three ball. That one is off the mark. Now Zamaron with his sixth rebound, and they'll feed it in, and the ball will be loose on the court, still loose on the floor. Henson will get it and then push it over into the hands of Aguilera. 4:46 remaining. Artesia up by 19. Stranger things have happened, but Lovington's got to find the O and find it now. Villalobos gets it, left corner, three ball, that one off the mark, and a rebound by Thorpe, his third.
Just all kinds of shooting problems for Lovington. They've got the looks at the basket. They're just not falling.
Sanchez to the front court as he works against Tate, and his little runner no good, but the rebound and the putback by Jarrett. Jarrett with a double-double, 10 points, 15 rebounds. 54-34, as it is a loud place with the fans in orange, the fans in blue not real happy at the moment. Lovington basketball, Isaac Henson near side to Adam Aguilera. Under halfway to go to Villalobos. Joey bounce it into the paint with Tatum, and he'll drive in and he'll be fouled. He'll go to the line for two.
Wow, 20-point lead for Artesia now. They've stretched it out, 54-34, 3:49 left to play. The seconds are ticking off the clock.
Foul on Jarrett, his first personal. Fourth team foul on Artesia. Rotating at the line where he's 2 of 2 and make it 2 of 3 as he misses the first.
The Cats they're just looking gassed, and you can't blame them.
They had a marathon last night.
They've had road games, to boot.
And Tuesday night, of course, they had a tough game against Portales too.
So not making excuses, but are facing the reality and looking at this team, and they're still out there giving it what they got. But man, it's tough road tonight.
Second one is on the way, and that one off the mark, but it'll be Henson with the rebound. It'll stay Lovington basketball. Isaac for three, no good. And Wesson will rebound it for Artesia. Look for Artesia to go into slowdown mode, up by 20 with 3.5 remaining. Of course, they're going to be looking for a statement. Of course, beating Lovington by 20 would be a statement on the give and go. Up and in for Jarrett. He's fouled. He goes to the line for the and one. Artesia's going to hope for the statement to get as high as they can in the seedings. I really think there'll probably be a 7 or an 8 at the end of this one. And they're going to call this one on Joey Villalobos, his first personal, 14th foul on the Cats. Jarrett is 0 for 1 at the line. And the and one is up and good. I shouldn't have said he was 0 for 1. The announcer curse. 3.5 to go. 23 points up are the Bulldogs. Oh, it'll be Villalobos, left wing, three ball, and that one off the mark. Henson marked that. Hilliard with the rebound. Aguilera drives in. Now back out to Isaac. Isaac to the right wing. Tosses over to Tatum in front of the Lovington bench. Now he'll bring it in. Throws the fastball underneath. Work it around. Isaac right corner for three. That one off the mark. And Villalobos will have the rebound for the Cats. Cats still fighting. Aguilera for three. That one rolls through. Villalobos with the little scoop shot on the rebound. Won't fall. And another rebound by Jarrett. Jarrett is just killing us on the glass. I wonder if this guy's going to open a glass cleaning company. Because he has wiped the boards tonight for the Bulldogs. So Sanchez with it, 2.5 to play. He drives to the left base, goes in, and going to be fouled by Henson trying for the block. Third personal on Isaac, 15th foul on the Cats. Sanchez will head to the line for two. So Sanchez, his second trip to the free throw line tonight, has 19 points. 2.5 to go. Whew. So just not the night that the Wildcats wanted. We'll have to wait and see what happens on Sunday as Sanchez will get the first, and that'll put him at 20 points in the ball game. As Henson will check out of this one, and Mason Enriquez will check in. Peyton Deans will come out. Coming in for Artesia will be Marshall Meacham. The second on the way for Sanchez. It's up, and that one is no good. And another rebound by Tatum Hilliard. That'll be his seventh. Tatum keeps it himself. Pushes deep right corner to Mason. They'll work it out to Aguilera. Has room right side for three, and that one won't fall. The rebound by Meacham. Meacham, his first board of the ball game. Sanchez with it, brings it up near side in front of the announcer's table. 2:10 remaining in the ball game. 58-34, Artesia in the lead. Sanchez drives in, goes to the left block and the left base and puts it up and in. Sanchez is murdering us tonight. Tatum brings it all the way back down the other way, tries the reverse layup, no good. He's going to be fouled. Jarrett going to pick up his second personal. 15th foul as they start the bus chant. It's a little early for that, folks, but 60-34 the score. Tatum at the line, where he is 2 for 4 and gets that one to go. He's got 11 points, leads the way for the Cats. So now some subs coming in for Artesia's number 50, Marcus Bedwell, comes in for the Bulldogs. So of course, in the Al Pharmacy postgame report, second one no good, and the rebound by Wesson, his fourth. So Lovington just not enough in the tank tonight, I'm thinking, Dawn.
No, they've just, they have not been able to get their shots to fall. And I think they've just, a lot of that, it's fatigue. It's just showing.
Sanchez to Thorpe, right corner. He'll toss it long cross court to Bedwell. Betancourt picks him up. Enriquez, Betancourt, Corrales. Villalobos and Tatum on the floor. Toss it to Meacham in the right base. He'll cycle it to the right corner. Joey on him tight. Meacham needing some help, and a timeout going to be taken by Coach Mondragon. With 1:20 remaining in the ball game, Artesia 60, Lovington 35. Back in 60 on KZOR. Out of the Artesia timeout, it'll be Bulldog basketball as Artesia going to cruise to the district title tonight over the Wildcats. Sanchez takes it off the inbound and he'll take it to the rack himself. 24 points for Nick Sanchez. Enriquez to the front court and a three ball on the way for Vega. In and out, just checking into the ball game, but it'll be a rebound for Enriquez. And he'll put a turnaround from 10, won't fall. And out the tip, the rebound into the hands of Sanchez as the eighth grader, Graydon Vega, checking into the ball game.
Lovington 1 of 14 shooting in this fourth quarter. 1 of 14.
Hadn't been able to buy a bucket. Under a minute to play, 62-35 Artesia. They will be the district champs, both regular season and tournament. So they will get the higher seed. Something tells me we may be back here next Saturday night, but we'll find out on Sunday as the little spin move going to be made by Matthew Size. Gives it off to Meacham, and he'll trip through the lane. It'll go out of bounds. Lovington basketball. 12th turnover for Artesia. Not that it's really going to matter at this point. The Betancourt comes off the court. Checking in will be Anson Marquez. He'll get it in to Mason Enriquez. Also on the floor, Zeke Guzman, Graydon Vega, and Joey Javier Corrales. To Vega, to Corrales, three ball on the way, and bang! Javier Corrales drains the tray. He's got 5 points, 62-38, and that'll do it as Artesia will dribble it out. And Artesia victorious tonight. Our final score, Artesia 62, Lovington 38. And Artesia will claim the district tournament title and the district championship crown over the Lovington Wildcats. We'll take a 2.5-minute timeout. Come back with your Now Pharmacy postgame report. Wildcat basketball continues on Z94 KZOR. Welcome to your Now Pharmacy Postgame Report, District Championship Edition here on Z94 KZOR. The Lovington Wildcats, just 3 intense games in a week, just didn't have enough left over tonight as the Artesia Bulldogs will claim the district crown 62-38. With Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle, Megan Otto in studio engineering and producing. Let's take a look at the numbers in this one. 3 Bulldogs tonight in double figures, led by Nick Sanchez with 24 points, 13 in the books for Riley Jarrett, who had 16 rebounds, so a double-double for Jarrett. Cameron Thorpe finishes up with 10 points on the night. Collectively, 8 points for Jake Barrera, 4 for Wesson, 4 for Deans. 39 rebounds as a team for Artesia. They go 6 of 8 from the free throw line. They turn the ball over 12 times, but didn't really hurt them all that much. They get 14 in the first, 15 in the second, 14 in the third, and then 15 in the fourth. 14-15, 14-15, and that makes 62. And actually, I'm off on that. That's 19 in the fourth. Wishful thinking there for a moment.
Right.
So that's how they get to their 62 points. For Lovington tonight, Tayton Hilliard leads the way once again. He has 11 points to pace the Cats. Isaac Henson with 8, Julian Arroyo with 8, 6 points for Adam Aguilera, then 5 for Javier Corrales. Hilliard and Henson each with 7 rebounds. 6 for Joseph Perez, but only 27 rebounds as a team for Lovington in the ballgame. They go 4 of 8 from the free throw line, turn the ball over 8 times in the ballgame, get 12 in the first, 10 in the second, 9 in the third, and 7 in the fourth. And that's how the Cats wind up at 38. Just had trouble with the offense last night.
They did.
And just couldn't find it at all again tonight, really, on any measure.
Right. Artesia total rebounds was
Artesia 39.
39 rebounds. So you look at that rebound, the total rebounds for Lovington 27, total for Artesia 39. Now you couple that with the shooting from the floor, not counting free throws. The shooting in the fourth quarter, 6 of 10 for Artesia and 2 of 13 for Lovington. Add it all up.
It's not like they didn't have some pretty good looks in that 13 either.
13,
just couldn't get them to go.
That's true. They just couldn't get them to fall. They were hitting the basket, hitting all around it, and bouncing them in and out. Several times, in and out. So it was just tough to watch that happen. Total shooting from the floor tonight, the percentage for Lovington, 29%.
Not going to win a game shooting 29%.
Artesia shooting from the floor tonight, 62%. So you look at 62% shooting from the floor, 39 rebounds, and against 29% and 27 rebounds, and you pretty much you'll be able to be able to predict the score and even really the margin of victory there with that shooting percentage. It just about tracks. So 62-38 your final score. Lovington playing hard with a lot of heart. Again, they were trying, they were taking shots, they were moving inside, they were trying the perimeter shots when that wasn't working. They were trying to move inside. They were able to get and penetrate the lane and get in and have some close shots. Again, they couldn't get those to fall. But all in all, they really were kept out of the paint a lot of the time, and they were relying on their perimeter shooting, and it just was failing them here for whatever reason. I think a lot of it was fatigue just setting in.
Yeah, I think so.
And you could just see it. They were just off their sight lines when they would line up with the camera a lot of times. You could see from the minute that they left the hand, they were just slightly off and were not going to be able to pop the net. So really great attempt. It's tough to see tonight that Lovington's a better team than that, but they had a harder journey this week, and no matter how much they fought, I think it just finally came out. It just caught up with them tonight. It really did, yeah. And not to take anything away from the Artesia team, they're solid. They performed well. They came out. They executed tonight, and they did their job. And Lovington tried to do theirs, and it just didn't work out. But you know what? Lovington's still going to make the playoffs. Strange things happen sometimes.
That's true. There's a reason you play the game.
Exactly. And sometimes, it's meant to be for a team in a certain situation to win. And then, you get into the playoffs, and sometimes lower seeds, just higher seeds, lower seeds, sometimes it all comes out the wash. As they say, ball don't lie. And basketball karma can come back and flip around in the blink of an eye. So
and we a girls team about 10 years ago.
Cinderella team.
Get absolutely hot, winning as the 12 seed, and then beat 5, then beat 3, then beat 2, then beat 1, and we're the state champs.
Exactly.
So got hot and healthy at exactly the right time.
Sure.
So, yeah, we know we're in. The question now is going to be, with a 20-8 record, and they do have a lot of criteria points in their favor.
Sure.
Things that people that they've beaten and all of that.
Right.
And they will have to take Artesia as a higher seed.
Right.
So I don't know that Artesia will be able to get up into that top 6 or 7 seed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really thinking we're probably Lovington going to wind up as an 11 or a 12, possibly a 9. They might give Artesia as a district champ a home game. I think Artesia will be probably the 7 or the 8.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, Lovington will obviously be under that. And so we'll see on Sunday afternoon at approximately 5 o'clock when those rankings and the final seedings for the playoffs are released. Now, no matter what happens and no matter where we go, and goodness knows we have put some miles on the SUV over the years following the Wildcats. Next Saturday, we know it'll be Saturday evening probably. We will be with them wherever they are. There's still some negotiations to be done on the video rights, but we will have the audio here on KZOR for sure. We'll also have the audio available on the app and probably on HobbsAmerica.com. We may or may not be able to put it up on YouTube because YouTube doesn't like audio only. So
okay.
we'll work on that. Of course, keep it on Z94 KZOR this week, and we will let you know when and where to hear and possibly watch or not the game next Saturday. Of course, again, the seedings will be released Sunday afternoon at approximately 5 o'clock. Best of luck to all of our Lee County teams as we get ready for those seedings to be announced. So final thoughts on this one tonight, Dawn?
Yeah, just looking ahead, because I know, and Lovington needs to do that too. You get in the gym tonight, it doesn't go your way, you try, the shots don't fall, and you just have to put that behind you and look ahead, because you know that Lovington will get another game, at least one more game. They're assured of that, pretty much in the playoffs. So we'll look and just wait and see who it's against, where it is, when it will be, and we know that the date and the place that it will be. As,
we know next Saturday,
right.
But that's all we know at the moment.
That's all we know. So the rest we will just have to wait and see, and they'll just have to kind of rest, or just work on getting rest to be 100%, and look at trying to win that game and move on, because all kinds of things can happen. And this team has beaten a lot of teams already, and come very close to beating some others in this season. So they're capable of good performance. They're capable of some more wins. They've got it in them.
This has been your Now Pharmacy postgame report here on Z94 KZOR and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. And with that, my friends, we will put a wrap on the regular season for Lovington Wildcat basketball. The Cats come into Artesia with a chance to be the district champions, but just too tough a road this week and too much Artesia tonight, as the Bulldogs are victorious over the Wildcats 62-38. Lovington Wildcat basketball was brought to you proudly by Stone Oil Field Services, Eunice Pump and Supply, the Lovington Schools, Now Pharmacy, the Lee County Electric Cooperative, Bob's Thriftway, and Norley Hospital. For Tiff Stuber in studio engineering and producing, getting us started tonight. For Megan Otto in studio engineering and producing the game tonight. For Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle saying so long from Artesia. This has been an exclusive presentation of Walmart Digital and Z94 KZOR Sports. Good night, everybody. Have a great weekend.